afternoon to one and all. Today I am going to discuss about the connectives. This is K. Pushpa Rani, Associate Professor, Department of CSE, MLR Institute of Technology. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about the connectives and what are the examples related to the connectives. In the last video, we already discussed about the compound statement. What is meant by compound statement? The statement which is combined by using some connectives, or the statement which is combined by using some connectives. Those statements are compound statement. For these compound statements, we can use some connectives. Like different types of connectives are there, and we can understand those connectives by taking some examples. In discrete mathematics, coming to the next slide. In discrete mathematics, there are 5 connectives. First one is called as negation. Second one is conjunction. Third one is disjunction. And fourth one is conditional. And fifth one is biconditional. Let us understand one by one with the help of example what are the different logical connectives, how it is applied for the prepositions. Coming to the next slide. Negation. Negation is a unary operator. What is meant by unary operator means negation is applied for only one preposition. Negation is applied for one preposition. It is a unary operator. How we can say that if P is a preposition, then the negation of P is denoted as this operator. We can use tilde P or this operator to represent the negation. In English language, we can say that there are 2 words we can use to denoting the negation. First one is it is not the case that. Or you can use another word to represent negation, that is not. What the negation can do? Negation representing the opposite value of truth. Okay. Suppose the truth value is true, then opposite is false. If the truth value is false, opposite of preposition is true. The truth value, that means negation of the truth value means if it is a true, it returns as a false. If it is a false, it returns as a true. Let us consider the example. If the preposition P is denoted as there are 12 months in a year. That is the preposition. How to represent the negation of the given preposition? There are not 12 months in a year. Here not is a negation. Not is a negation. Or you can represent the same statement by using the word called it is not the case that. It is not the case that there are 12 months in a year. You can write using not, or you can write it as it is not the case that. That is the first operator called negation. Negation is a unary operator because it contains one operator and one preposition. Coming to the second logical connective called conjunction. Conjunction. So, conjunction is a binary connective. Binary connective. Because to connect 2 prepositions, we are using 2 prepositions to connect conjunction. What is the definition of conjunction? For any 2 prepositions like P and Q. What is P and Q? P and Q are the 2 prepositions. This is denoted as P and Q. This is the symbol. This is called as a caret symbol to denoting the conjunction P and Q. P and Q. What is the meaning of P and Q? Second logical connective is a conjunction. For any 2 prepositions P and Q. P and Q are the 2 prepositions. That conjunction is denoted as P and Q. This operator is a and. This operator is a P and Q. These 2 prepositions are connected by using the logical connective called and. Then we can say that to P and Q. P and Q. So, in the case of conjunction, this is a binary operator because we can use 2 prepositions to derive the conclusion. To derive the conclusion, we can use 2 prepositions. What is the truth table for the conjunction? If first preposition is true, second preposition is true, P and Q is true. If both prepositions are true, it returns as a true value. If first preposition is true, second preposition is false, it returns as a false. The conclusion is false. If the first preposition is false, second preposition is true, it returns as a false. Both prepositions are false, it returns as a false. Only in one case, it returns as a true. When it returns true, if both prepositions are true, then only it returns true. For all the remaining cases, it returns as a false. Consider the example. Today is Friday. Today is Friday. Then second statement is it is raining today. These are the two prepositions. How can we use conjunction between the two prepositions P and Q? P and Q. You can use either capital letters or small letters to denoting the prepositions. Most of the cases we can use capital letters to denote the prepositions. Today is Friday and it is raining today. This and is a logical connective. This logical connective connecting two sentences. That is, today is Friday is sentence 1. It is raining today is sentence 2. These two are connected by using the connective called and. So, when it returns true, if both prepositions are true, then only it returns true. For all the remaining cases, it returns as a false value. Coming to the next third logical connective called disjunction. Disjunction. Disjunction is also a binary operator. Binary operator means it takes two prepositions. To derive the conclusion, it takes two prepositions. P, Q. These two sentences or two prepositions are connected by using the operator called union. P union Q or P or Q. P or Q. It returns as a P or Q. In English, we can say that P or Q. What is the disjunction returns when it returns the false value, when it returns the true value? Consider the truth value, truth table. If both prepositions are true, it returns true. If first preposition is true, second preposition is false, even though it returns true. If first preposition is false, second preposition is true, it returns true. If both prepositions are false, then only it returns the conclusion as a false. For all the remaining cases, it returns as a true value. Consider the example. Today is Friday. That is the first preposition. Second preposition is it is raining today. How these two sentences are connected? By using the or operator. So, depends upon the situation, we can write the conclusion as either true or it is a false. Suppose today is Friday, condition is false. It is raining today, condition is false. What is false or false? It returns as a false value. So, depends upon the situation, we can derive the conclusion that may be true or it is a false. The final conclusion may be depends upon the two sentences. Depends upon the two sentences. And one more important point is if there are two prepositions, then we can derive 2 power n conclusions. Suppose there are two prepositions, 2 power n means 2 square. 4 rows are present in the truth table. Suppose there are three prepositions, then 2 power n equal to 3, 2 power 3 means 8 rows are present in the truth table. Now coming to the next connective called implication. This implication is also called as a conditional statement. It is also called as a conditional statement. So, this implication is denoted as P implies Q. P arrow Q. P arrow Q. It is also a binary connective. Binary connective. Because we are using two prepositions to connecting the condition, logical connective. To connect the two conditions, we are using the binary operator. Here in the case of the implications, we can use arrow operator to represent the implication connective. In the case of P arrow Q, P is called as a hypothesis or it is an antecedent or it is a premise. Whereas Q is called as a conclusion or it is a consequence. Based on the antecedent or it is a premise, we can derive the conclusion. P arrow Q is called as a conditional statement. What is the truth table for the implication? So, there are two prepositions. Then it is denoted as P conditional Q. P conditional Q returns true if both values are true. And if it is a the first operator is true, second preposition is true, it returns as a true value. Both prepositions are true, it returns as a true value. First preposition is false, second preposition is true, it returns as a true value. If both prepositions are false, even though it returns as a true, in only one case, that is a first preposition is true, second preposition is false, then only it returns false. For all the remaining cases, it returns as a true value. It returns as a true value. That is the implication, or it is a conditional statement. Based on the hypothesis, we can derive the conclusion. For example, how we can write the statement in the form of English? How can you write that? If A equal to B and B equal to C, then A equal to C. If A value equal to 3, B value equal to 3, C value equal to 3. If A equal to B means A and B are equal, B and C are equal, automatically A and C are both are equal. That is, say, in the case of English language, conditional statement as denoted as if then. If the condition is true, then it returns true. Okay, if condition is true, it returns as a true. If I'll go to Australia, then I will earn more money. So we can use the conditional statement P implies Q. What is the corresponding English statement for the implication? If then. If the condition is true, then it becomes a true, or it is a false. We can write the statement like that, if then. Now coming to the fifth logical connective called biconditional statement. So biconditional statement, for the conditional statement, we can use single arrow operator between the two prepositions. But whereas coming to the biconditional, we can use arrow on both sides. You can use this operator, or you can write two conditional operators like this. This is also the symbol for biconditional. Like conditional operator, it is also a binary operator. Means there are two prepositions are present in the given truth table. What is the corresponding English statement for biconditional? P if and only if Q. Okay, it is the English language statement for the biconditional. There are two prepositions are present in the biconditional. The corresponding English statement for biconditional is P if and only if Q. Okay, so Q is possible if P is possible. That is the conditional statement, or it is a biconditional statement. It is also called as by implication preposition. By implication preposition. Let us consider the truth table when it derives the conclusion as true, when it derives the conclusion as false. If both conditions are true, it returns as a true value. If any one of the condition, if both values are same, that may be both are true, both are false, it returns as a true. Okay. If any one of the condition is false, then it returns as a false value. It returns as a false value. Consider the truth table. He goes to play a match if and only if. If and only if. That is the corresponding biconditional statement. He goes to play a match when it is possible, if it does not rain. Okay, we can derive the conclusion based on the premise. When he is going to play the match, if it does not rain, when it is possible, if the rain is not happened, then we are going to play the match. Then second example, birds fly. Okay, if and only if sky is clear. So we can derive the conclusion based on the premise. That is the biconditional statement. So in this connectives, what we have discussed, there are 5 logical connectives we discussed. One is a negation, then conjunction, disjunction, conditional and biconditional. All these are the logical connectives. What is the use of these logical connectives? To connect two or more sentences. Especially for compound statement, we can combine the 2 or more sentences with the help of the connectives. We can understand those connectives by taking an example of logical connectives. That's all. Thank you.